Canada is such an amazing country and have given opportunity to migrant workers over the past years via various visa programs. Most of these opportunities and visa programs lead to permanent residency. Canada is well known to be the country with the highest recording of PRO given to foreigners. So today, my mission is a simple one. If you're looking to move to Canada, I'm going to be giving you the step-by-step guidance you need to take to move and relocate to Canada for the year 2026. This step-by-step guidance will break down all the complex issues, talks surrounding moving and migrating into Canada. So if you're a skilled migrant, semi-skilled migrant, whether you're in the care field, whether you're in the engineering sector, finances, education, whether you are married, single, you've got dependent, or you just want to move in as a student, then stick with me to the end of this video as I would unpack everything. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome. My name is Clara. Ensure you are subscribed as this channel gives you detailed information about sponsorship job. Do not forget to like this video, and as you do, God bless. Now, why move and relocate to Canada? The number one perks for me is PRO. Like I do say, PRO is what gives you legal ground, legacy in a country. It's not all about temporary work visa or just coming in to work alone. PRO is like the solid rock of your stay in a country. So once you have PRO, you have rest of mind, and most of its immigration changes wouldn't affect you so much. And for Canada, their immigration system is quite stable. Yes, once and again they may come in with different changes, but it's quite stable compared to one country that I do know. Now, Canada also give you what we call the access to come in with your dependent. So family reunification is very welcoming in Canada. They don't want you to come alone, they want you to come in with your dependent. Number two is that they pay quite well, okay? And the work life in Canada is quite balanced. There's a bit of enjoyment, multiculturalism, diversity in Canada. So let's talk about its various visa program for both skilled migrants and those looking to come in as a student. The number one for me is the temporary foreign worker program. The temporary foreign worker program can be called in short TFWP. Now, this is a short-term visa into Canada to work, and it is mostly sponsored by an employer. So it is an employment-based, employment-tied, employment-owned pathway. And if an employer or an organization wants to give you a job offer into Canada via this pathway, they must have what we call LMIA. The LMIA stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment. So it just basically tells the government that this particular sector, this organization, this employer is struggling with labor. That is, they've got the job on ground, but they've not got enough people to pick up this labor. So they give them the permission, the license to hire from outside of the country, being you. So they must also go through what we call labor marketers before they start hiring individuals. So the labor marketers also gives knowledge to the Canadian government to say that indeed these persons are being truthful. They've advertised this job on the National Job Board, and no one is picking up the shift, or no one is suitable to fill in that gap. So the TFWP, the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, is a good one if you're seeking to move into Canada, and various occupations can partake from this. 2026 is a year that I'm so much anticipating, and I do believe that 2026 is going to be a greater year. It's going to be a year of prosperity, answered prayer for as many of you who are seeking this opportunity to land your dream job overseas. Trust me, getting a job overseas isn't a crime. It is a good thing. I know how moving and migrating overseas has impacted me and changed the strategy of my family life. So I do call for it. I do encourage it. I do preach about it. This takes me to the next one. And the next pathway for foreign workers is called International Mobility Program. International Mobility Program, some cases you don't need to get the LMIA. That is, an employer doesn't need to get the LMIA to sponsor individual. And it's mostly done via intra-company exchange. Say for instance, I am working in USA, I'm working in UK, and my company wants to transfer me to Canada as a worker. So I can get this called International Mobility Program, where I go and work in Canada in that same company. So it is also a good pathway, and it mostly favors those already with an existing job in a particular company. The next work pathway for international workers is called Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program is for provinces under the Atlantic region, such as New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Prince Edward, Nova Scotia, and it's for international and postgraduate students looking to retain, move, or stay in Canada via a working visa. And lastly, I'm going to touch on the postgraduate working visa. Postgraduate working visa in Canada give access to already existing international applicants in the country looking to still retain in the country for at least 1 to 3 years. This gives you further stay in Canada after your study, so it is called the PGWP, Postgraduate Work Permit in Canada. However, it depends on your study program, it depends on the course you study, and it also have its unique rules and laws surrounding that, so you want to check the Canadian government website for that. The last one is called Global Talent Program. The Global Talent Program allows highly skilled professionals to move into Canada, and it is the most fast-track pathway into Canada. I mean, in 2 weeks, your visa could be processed. Talking about this, let's talk about the unique benefits that comes with working in Canada. Number one, your dependent get to move with you. It doesn't matter what or who they are, whether they are female or male, they get to move with you and they get what we call open work permits. They are not tied to employer, they can work in any job sector of their choice. So this takes me to the eligibility criteria. What do you need to be eligible to move into Canada? Number one, get a job offer. Most of their pathway is tied to employment. Most of their pathway allows you or asks you to get a job offer first of all. So look for an employer who can give you a job offer. You can go to job board to start this application depending on your profession. Number two, be at the age of 18 and above. They don't have a particular age limit in the sense, but once you're 18 and above, you can qualify for a job offer. Number three, ensure you have clean criminal record. Your criminal record is very good. Ensure that you also have the relevant skills and experiences to match the job role you are applying for. And some pathway would ask you to have sufficient fund to support yourself, which we call the proof of funds. Some pathway, in quotes, not all pathway. So how do you apply for this job? Now, there are different job board, but the one I like to talk about is Job Bank. Most people will say, oh, Clara, Job Bank doesn't give a job offer. Stop talking about Job Bank, yada, yada, yada. But Job Bank do give a job offer. Job Bank is the official job board that was provided by the Canadian government. It's in affiliation with the Canadian government. So why would they go on ahead to open up something forgery if they know it's that case? So Job Bank is legit and it is verified. And Job Bank, there's a way to know which is for international applicant and which is not for international applicants. And I've got a video specifically dedicated to that. I'm going to leave the link to that video here or yes, so you can watch, or in the description box of this one. Now, let me first of all take you to Job Bank website. All you need to do, go to your Google Chrome, any browser of your choice, and type in Job Bank Canada for foreigners. When you come on here, you can see where it says foreign candidate from outside Canada. That is the one you should choose. So click on that says foreign candidate from outside Canada. When you click on that, you can scroll further. When you scroll further, then you would see a place that says open job or search for job for international candidate. And most importantly, you would see something here. Let me show you this. You will see where it says the logo, the size that enables you to know which job you can apply to and which job you cannot apply to. Say for an instance, I'm an international applicant. Once I see a job vacancy with this logo, like the world map logo, it means I can apply. Once I see the one with a map, the Canadian map, it means I cannot apply. So the world map logo allows you to know this job vacancy is for international candidates, and the one with the Canadian flag allows you to know it's for candidates already in and within Canada. So ensure you use this particular job board called Job Bank to get a job offer. Now, you can also use LinkedIn to get a job offer. You can go to LinkedIn to get a job offer. By the way, guys, I'm now on LinkedIn. Please follow me on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I share tips, I share resources, I share materials, I share step-by-step guidance and everything that would enable your move into overseas. I give you the guideline to ace your job interview, to ace your job application, and much more. And my LinkedIn profile is accessible to everyone, so you can follow me if you want to. I would really be glad to connect with you on LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, I was encouraged by my family to go on LinkedIn. As they say in their word, Clara, you have so much to offer. Go on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn right now and share your brain with people. The link to my LinkedIn account is in the description box of this video for those who wants to follow me. So on LinkedIn too, you can get a job. You can come to where it says job, and go search for job. You can also come to where it says search. You can search for job opening and vacancies currently made available. So there you go, guys. This is the step-by-step guidance you need to get a job offer in Canada from overseas. And if you're in Canada already, maybe on a study visa, and you haven't gotten a job, then use this video. This video could be a map. It gives you the guideline, the instruction you would need to follow. Don't forget, I'm not an immigration officer, so you can find further help in the Canadian government website if you want to make your research thoroughly. However, I come bearing good news for you. We now offer job application services. So if you have been struggling with your job application, you don't know the left from the right, you don't know how to go about it, we can take the burden off you. We can step in and help you navigate this thoroughly. That is, we help you do it on your behalf. It's not a case of you just coming into class and we talk to you. No, there's no class. We take that burden, basically applying individually to each job vacancy, each job platform on your behalf. So if you're needing that services, then use link in description box to reach out to me, or reach me via my email displayed on the screen, or you can reach me on my Instagram handle called Clara Immigration, just as displayed as this. Ensure you're coming to the one with blue verification tick. It shows that is the original Clara Immigration. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. I really want to hear from you. Thank you once again, and watch this video next for care jobs in Canada.